Hey, I'm Martin McGrath from Financial Edge Group. We specialise in helping people get themselves sorted for retirement when it comes to all things around super, finances, etc. Today I want to talk to you about insurance. Insurance, particularly as we're approaching our retirement. So I'm a big believer in insurances, life insurance, trauma insurance, income protection, house and car insurance across the board, because we don't know what things are out there that might affect us in an adverse financial affair, and insurance is the best way to cover that. The problem with personal financial insurances like life and income protection and trauma insurance is that as we get older, they get more expensive. Because we specialise in retirement planning, typically we work with a lot of people in their mid to late 50s and early 60s. If we've still got those insurance policies, by that time, they're getting pretty expensive. Now, what I don't want to do is just rush out and cancel those policies, because we actually still need them. But we want to make sure we've got a system and approach around how we track those. So step one is making sure is, what do I have? Do I actually need this type of cover? And that's always the best place to start. And it might be that, I don't know, I need to go speak to a professional, and feel free to reach out and ask us those questions. It might be that we do still need that cover. We've got plenty of years worth of work still coming up. We've still got debt against our house. We might still have some dependents that we need to care for. And they're typically the three main things that factor into insurance. But if we do need it, how much do we need? That's the next step. How much do we need of this insurance? If I do need it, how much is the right amount? We have a certain formula and process that we go through to help people measure that out. And often it's identifying what is our level of debt, what income do we need to replace, or more importantly, what expenses do we need to cover if something was to happen? And then importantly, what people often forget about is, what assets or resources do I actually have that can be factored in? That might be that I've got 200,000 or 300,000 already in super. We might have a bit of money in the bank or some shares we've inherited or purchased. It might be there's a rental property with a fair bit of equity in there that we can factor in. And therefore, even if we need $600,000 worth of cover to cover our assets, we might be able to have access to $200,000 or $300,000 or $400,000 of money if we needed to. We could sell to cover this off. Therefore, do we need the whole $600,000 life policy, or do we just need the gap of $200,000 in between? My thoughts would be just the gap in between, particularly when they're getting really, really expensive. So that's the process we take people through to figure that stuff out. And what we then do is, once we know what the figure looks like now, we map that out for the next 3 to 5 years to make sure we've got a clear path about how we're reducing that cover over time, because it just gets more and more expensive every year, particularly as we get older. So we work with that. Okay, well, we need 300,000 this year, but hopefully next year the mortgage will be down, the super will be up, the savings will be up, therefore we're only going to need 150,000. The year after we need 100,000, and the year after we can cancel it completely. That's the best way to go about cancelling or reducing insurance costs as we're approaching our retirement, and not just waking up one day and going, this is costing me too much, I'm just going to cancel it. That's not the best approach to take. We need to have a systematic approach and structure around how we're reviewing what we've got, and importantly, having a clear path towards retirement to give us the confidence, but also a clear path about how we're going to eliminate these costs over the next few years, but rather than just go and canceling them. Hopefully that helps and makes sense, give you some structure about how we like to do that. If you've got a specific question, feel free to reach out. More than happy to have a chat.